Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Raghuveer. In this class, we discuss about bubble sort implementation in Python. In our previous classes, we have done some examples. We use the concepts which we already discussed in our previous classes. Please follow our playlist from the beginning so that you will have a better understanding of the complete Python language. The link for the playlist is provided in the description below. Coming to today's example, if you don't know anything about bubble sort, please watch our data structures playlist. There we clearly explain what's bubble sort with so many examples. If you have a basic idea about bubble sort, we will just refresh the concept of bubble sort and then go into the implementation in Python. Let's refresh the concept of bubble sort once. What's bubble sort here is we have to sort the elements. These are the elements given. So we have to sort the elements in ascending order. That is what we have to do. So what's the bubble sort technique follow? That we have to understand. Let's take that n is equal to 6 means number of elements is equal to 6 and the elements are placed in a list. Assume that this is a list in Python. These are the elements that are placed in the list 8, 2, 5, 1, 4, 6. These elements should be sorted order. We have to convert them into sorted order in ascending order. These are the index values. So in the list, we already discussed in our previous classes about the list and we done some examples. On the list, we are having index values, 0th index, first index, second index, third index, fourth index, fifth index. One important point to remember here when we are writing the logic of loops and everything. See here, when we are placing the elements, total 6 elements are there, but the index value is, the last element index value is 5. So many of them, they will make mistakes because of this point. That's why we are separately stressing on the point. So you may lose that point. Okay, please remember this because the index starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The last element will be at the position 5. If elements are 8 elements, the last element will be at position 7. So remember that point, then identify the logic. That is what we have to do. So what's the bubble sort logic follows here is in the first iteration of the bubble sort, it will start from the 0th index value, means the first element. At the first element it starts and it will check the first element with the second element, means 0th index value element that is present in the 0th index is compared with the element present in the first index. If the 0th index element is greater than the first element index, first index element, then we have to do swap. So 2 should be converted to this place and 8 should be converted to this place. That is what we have to do. So the 0th index position we are having 2 now. Then in the first index position we are having 8. We swapped the elements. This process should be repeated for up to all the elements. Next we have to take the first position element. Now the first position element is 8. 8 is compared with second position element. 8, 5. 8 is greater. So swap. So 5 comes this side, 8 comes this side. Next second position element is compared with the third position element. So second position element 8 is there. 8 is compared with 1. So swap. 8 is greater. So swap. 8 comes this side. 1 comes this side and 8 comes this side. Next third position element is compared with fourth position element. So swap the elements. 4 comes this side, 8 comes this side. Next fourth position element is compared with the fifth position element. So we have to swap. After doing the first iteration, this entire process is done in the first iteration. After doing the first iteration, what's the confidence that we got after doing this first iteration is 2, 5, 1, 4, 6, 8. These are the elements present in our list. See, the biggest element present in the list is moved to the end position. If you write the elements in ascending order, this element will take this position, means we moved the biggest element to the position that should be there in the ascending order. So that is what we do in our first iteration. So what we have done here, what's the logic to implement this one iteration? First we have to understand that we started from 0th position, next first position, second position, third position, fourth position. If we are having n elements, the last element will be at n-1 position, but we repeated the loop. In order to do this, start from 0th, next 1, second, third, fourth. What we need a loop. The loop should be executed for n minus 2 times. See here, 6 elements, the last element is at n minus 1 position. We have to repeat the loop till n minus 2 position up to here. The 4th position element is compared with 5th position element. No need to do for the 5th position element. There are no positions after this. So that is the logic that we are doing in the first iteration. After completing the first iteration, the confidence we got here is we are moving the biggest element to the last position. So no need to check the last position again. It's the element that is present in the last position is the biggest element. What we do in the second iteration, the same thing is repeated, but we have to repeat the same thing till this position. No need to consider the last position. Okay, that is the concept we have to understand. We have to repeat the same logic. Whatever we done in the first iteration, we repeat the same logic, but we have to do it till we don't consider this position. We have to do up to here. Just do the example, we can understand. 0th position element is compared with first position element. If it is greater, swap. Here it is not greater, so that's why the elements remain the same. 2, 5. First position element is compared with second position element. 1, 5. So 5 is greater, that's why we have swapped the elements. 1 comes to this side and 5 comes to this side. Second position element is considered compared with the third position element. 5 is bigger. At this position we are having 5. 5 is compared with 4. 5 is bigger, so swap. 4 comes to this side and 5. And the third position element is compared with 4th position. No need to do this 4 and 5 again. That is the logic. In the second iteration we will do up to here. This point is very, very important. So after completing the second iteration, the elements in the list are these are the elements 2, 1, 4, 5, 6, 8. The last 2 position elements are there in their ascending order. The biggest element in the last position, second biggest element in the n-1 position, before position. So the last 2 positions no need to consider again. In the third iteration we do the same thing, but we eliminate these 2 positions and we do up to here. The third biggest element will be at this position after completing the third iteration. This is how we repeat the process. We will continue. So first iteration, second iteration, third iteration, fourth iteration, fifth iteration. How many iterations we have to do? We have to do, if you are having n elements, n-1 iteration should be done. So that is what we are doing. Here we use the concept of nested loops. So that's why the nested loops concept is very, very important. That's why we have chosen many of the examples on nested loops in order to understand how to use the nested loops. In most of the cases we use nested loops. That's why we are taking so many examples. Why we need nested loop? In the first iteration, in order to do this, we need a loop. The same thing will be repeated for n-1 times. Loop within the loop. That's why we need the concept of nested loop. And the last point we have to understand here, in our previous classes when we discussed about loops, for loop, there we used the concept of range function. Range of 10 means the elements are taken from 0, 1, 2, so on up to 9. The 10th value is not considered. When we are writing the logic, we have to remember this point, that is very important. The last value is not considered. Based on that we have to develop the logic. Now check the logic. So this is the logic. Elements is taken in a list, so that's why we have taken it as a list. N is equal to int, input of enter number of elements. If I entered it as 6, the n value is saved as 6. So we have to take the input elements and we have to save it in the list. In order to do that, how many elements we have to consider? N elements. N is equal to 6, we have to consider 6 elements for I in range of n. It will take values from 0, 1, 2. N is equal to 6 means 0, 1, 2, so on up to 5. So we place the elements in 0th position, first position, second position, third position, fourth position, fifth position, like that. That's why we have to repeat the loop. Element is equal to int, input of each time when we entered into the loop. We have to take the input from the keyboard and we have to place it, append it to the elements list. Now we have to take the input elements. Input elements are placed in a list called elements. After that we have to write the logic. This is the basic thing for all the we have to take the input, all the sorting, same thing we have to do. So after that our logic starts like this. So see here, for I in range of n minus 2 to minus 1, what's this? We are taking numbers in reverse order. Minus 1 means take the elements in the reverse order one step. So all these concepts were clearly discussed in our previous classes when we discussed about the range function. So the elements should be taken from n minus 2 position. That is what we discussed in the example here. See, when we discuss this example, n elements are there, n minus 2 position. So the innermost iteration, the first iteration should be done up to here. The fourth position element will be considered with, will be compared with the fifth position element. Means up to where we have to continue, up to fourth position we have to do. That's why we are taking the elements from 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 in the reverse order. That I value is used in the inside loop. That I value is used in the inside loop. See here, I is taken as 4. It will go into the innermost loop for j in range of I plus 1. So j moves from 0th position to 4th position. In order to take the elements from 0 to 4th position, I is showing the 4th position. 4th position is not considered in the range function. That's why we are taking it as I plus 1. So the jth iteration will be done how many times? 0th position, 1st position, 2nd position, 3rd position, 4th position. Okay, next time I will take, after completing this nested loop, again I will take 3rd position. I will take the value of 3 value will be considered. So j will move from 0 to 3 position. We are reducing the positions. That's why this is helping us, this loop is helping us in reducing the positions. I will consider the 4th position first time, I will consider the 3rd position second time, I will consider the 2nd position third time. Like that it is going to reduce. That's why jth loop starts from 0 to I plus 1 position. That is the logic you have to understand. After going into the jth position, what we are doing, j will repeat from 0 to 4th position in the first time. So if elements of j greater than elements of j plus 1, this is the logic for swap. We are not discussing the logic for swap. This is the simple logic which we already done in our previous classes. So this is the logic, swap the elements. After completing this nested loop, come out and display the elements. The example which we consider here, number of elements is equal to 5. Coming elements are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. After completing the bubble sort nested loop, the elements are displayed. Elements are displayed in the list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Elements are arranged in ascending order. This is the logic for bubble sort. So why we have discussed this bubble sort? This is very important for in order to improve your coding skills, and most of the times they will ask in the placement questions. So that's why all the sorting questions are very important to understand for improving the coding skills. Hope you understand the concept. If you have any questions regarding the concept, please post your questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you.